there is a sense in which authentic experience, authenticity, right? I hope I spelled that right. But authenticity, the experience of an authentic experience, is facilitated by a continuous stream of experience, a continuous stream of feeling. There isn't that sense in which the reel jumps off. In an interview, if I'm a researcher and I'm interviewing my participant, and the tone of my questions change. Just the tone changes. I can create a new sense, sort of unconsciously, subconsciously, unbeknownst to the awareness of the perceiver. The perceiver, or the participant, can immediately then start thinking, I don't know, what are they really going to do with the information that I'm telling him? Should I really trust this person? Should I really tell him everything? You don't want the participant thinking about that. If they're thinking about that, they're not thinking about the story. They're not inborn, right? They're not in, I'm in this narrative. I become that character. You lose yourself. This is why the cinema is the greatest invention in the world. Plato tells you, right from the very beginning of Western civilization, the two most powerful mediums, cinema, theater, presentation, and music. No question. You totally lose yourself. Really, really bad acting lets me know this is crap. I can't watch this because I can't lose myself. Really, really bad music, bad, obviously it's aesthetic. Really, really bad music is bad. Why? Because I can't lose myself in the experience. As the researcher, you're charged with the responsibility of creating an authentic experience between you and the participant. And I'll put authentic probably because I spoke authenticity wrong, and I'm not sure that I did. This freaking eraser. An authentic. Right? You want to create an authentic experience, right? You genuinely want the participant to feel a sense of comfort, and then you want to reinforce the experience that you're attempting to create by watching the body language of the participant. What is the participant's body language telling me about his or her sense of comfort? Okay, top of page 13. This is the end of it. Clicked with each other and felt good interaction to be due to chemistry. So basically that's the idea, right? The participant's doing this as well. The participant doesn't have the level of training that I'm giving you, right? And, this video might get, over the course of this particular section of the video might get 200 hits. My videos aren't intended to be for, quote-unquote, the masses, right? I educate educators. I train trainers. I'm a researcher, and I teach researchers. So the idea is, John Jane Doe is never, really, ever going to have access to this information, though it's here for the world. I don't really tag my videos per se. I throw a couple of tags on it sometimes, but I produce too much content to go and worry about tagging my videos. More importantly, I just want to make sure that the PDF's up, and then I have section numbers so that my notes correspond to the video. That's all I'm really thinking about. Could I tag it so that more people have access to my videos? Sure. Am I going to do that? The truth is no, because, after today, I'm going to crank out another 2-3 hours. Next week, I'll be like 14 hours into something else. I just don't have the time. This is for you, right? This information is for you. It's not for me. Obviously, I know it because I'm teaching it. And it's not for the participant because the participant has no interest in this, nor should they have interest in this. This is for you. This is for you. You have to realize, listen, I'm going to take comfort in my voice recorder. I watched Dr. Campbell. He made sense. I'm going to take comfort in my voice recorder. Let me just write what I say. I ask a certain type of question. I'm going to be aware of my tone. I'm going to be aware of what I say. I'm going to be aware of my body and my presence. And I want to make sure that every time I enter this interview process, this evaluation process, that the participant feels a sense of comfort in the room as contingent on my actions. My actions are going to communicate a sense of ease, a sense of comfort to the participant, and where I feel like I'm a little too stern, my questioning has gone south a little bit, I'm immediately going to make adjustments in order to facilitate, yet again, a sense of comfort, a sense of rapport. And I'm going to look for an acknowledgement, a nonverbal body, physical acknowledgement of that sense of comfort based on the actions, the body language, the nonverbal cues from the participant. That's what it's about, right? So the idea is you not necessarily are playing a part in a negative sense, but when I come on a world. This is a world stage. I'm in my office. It's not a world stage by any means, right? But I recognize that the work that I do at home in the office becomes global. So when I come here, it's not who I really am when I walk out that door and I go into the dining or the living room, right? It's me, Jason, in office, focused now. And just talking about that took me off for a second, right? So sort of remember that. Okay, dynamic structure of rapport. So I think that was clear. The dynamic structure of rapport. The dynamic, and I want to put emphasis on dynamic, right? The dynamic structure of rapport. There's a technical term, it's called mutual attentiveness. It's not something I made up, it's an actual technical term. Mutual attentiveness. Mutual attentiveness serves as an essential condition for interaction. And it's simple. The idea of mutual attentiveness is best represented, I think, in the relationship that you have with your infant child. My children, I'm getting old. I remember a time when my kids were young, right? It's you know, some people, fatherhood, motherhood doesn't affect them. They could care less. It wasn't like that for me at all. Fatherhood,